I'm Kiley and this is Pappy.
Hey everybody.
So Pappy forgot to plug in the microphone again, and so we've already taken everything apart, and so we'll do a voiceover for the steps because putting everything back together would take a pretty long time, and I don't think we're really willing to do that because we want to get this done with so we can just get to the next step and all that and all the new stuff.
So let's get to the unboxing, shall
we? Shall. So what we're putting in is Halo LED lights by AUSI, whatever that stands for.
Okay, let's unbox it.
Please, shall. Ah, pretty. Okay.
Okay.
So, for these fog lights, there is a wire right here. You plug that into your ignition, and whenever you plug that to your ignition, whenever you turn it on, the halos will pop up.
And you can use them as your daytime running lights.
Yep. Let's get these out of the way because we only need to learn about one at a time because we already learned about this one. Clearly,
the headlights are the same way.
Yep.
One is for turn signals, which will turn the halo yellow.
Yep.
And the other is for daytime running lights.
Yep. Again.
You also get the quick connect and the anti-flicker error-free, so your headlights don't flicker. Let's put them in.
Because no one likes flickering headlights. Let me take this part out real quick.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
And once again, I forgot to turn on the mic, so here comes the voiceover part. To get to the headlights, you first have to remove these plugs. You'll take a screwdriver, pop up the center. Be careful not to scar your grill. She's not being careful because we're going to be replacing this grill. Anyway, after you pop up the center, then you can just pull out the whole thing and then go down the line because there are 6 of them, and you'll remove them all before you can take off the grill. Next, you'll need to remove the turn signal socket from behind the grill. Just a simple twist will do it. That will release the top of the grill. Then all you have to do is give a strong pull on the bottom to release the clips, and your grill is free. Remember to keep all the keepers because you will need them to put the grill back into place. Next step is removing the bezel which holds the light in place. There are 4 screws that hold this, and to remove it you will need a number 15 torque screw. When removing the screws, remember it's lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Now that you've removed the screws, you can take out the bezel, which holds the light, and the light will be free to be unplugged. Now to unplug the light, it should be easy, but not everything is as easy as it seems. All there is a red little clip. You release the clip, and you should be able to slide out the plug. Mine was a little difficult, so I took the bulb out of the light itself and used a screwdriver to pop off the plug. Not saying you should, but that's the way that I did it.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled program.
So you're going to take this and plug it in here. If I can figure out how to do that. You plug it in. Then you take this and you plug this into here. Really difficult. I don't know why, because it's just like plugging something else in. It's like plugging it in, but apparently I can't plug this dang thing in. So can I have some assistance, please?
That's hard. It's in there.
I know.
That's in there. Flip that switch down. Then you plug the light in.
Yeah.
Upside down. Plugging in the light. Now the yellow lead, you'll run down underneath to your turn signal because that's what's going to power the halo turn signal. you've got 3 leads. One is the ground, one is your daytime running lights, and one is the turn signal. We're going to use a splicer to just splice this in so we don't have to cut any wires. Just slide this side in, slide that side in, and then crimp it down. Now let's check to make sure that the turn signal works. Now I'll tape it up and we'll slap it all back together. I left the white ones loose, and that will be going to the daytime running lights, which I've run a wire to the fuse box, so when the ignition comes on, these lights go on and the white halo comes on. Now that the lights are in, I'll show you the wiring that I'm using for the daylight headlights, or the halo for the running lights. They say that you're supposed to connect it to the same plug as you do your turn signal, but the different wire. But I'm going to run it so I don't have to turn the lights on. As soon as I hit the ignition, this light will come on and it'll be my daylight running lights. So this white wire is connected to the red wire. I've run another red wire over to the other side to connect that white wire. This red wire here is going down, and that's what I'll hook the halo running lights for the fog lights to, because we'll change that out later. Now I've run that red wire all the way up through the fuse box here. I ran it through this drain area, and we're going to fasten it to a fuse tap, which we're going to put right in that hole right there, right next to this big white one. So I'm going to hook that up, run it to this, and that will allow, when I turn the ignition on, to make the daylight running lights go on automatically. All snug. We'll plug her in right there. Run this wire down a little bit farther. And make sure we have a good loop. Well, I'm going to have to be out of there because we don't want that seal to go over. Good as used. Now I'll run some of this black tubing around the red so it doesn't look as bad when we go to shut the hood.
Now that, before we put everything back together, let's test to make sure that it works. Pappy, the engine.
Ignition coming on.
Yeah, it's good. The heck of the hands are on. Okay? Right.
Right turn signal.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, wrong button. Left turn signal.
Yep. Looks like they work.
Alrighty.
Now it's time to put the grill back on.
Headlights.
Oh yeah, headlights.
High beams.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now it's time for the grill.
Yep. It's like, since everything works, you put back on the grill. Instead of putting this old grill on, we're going to put the new grill on by X-Brite. Instead of putting it on this old grill, we're going to have about me a new grill by X-Brite. Instead of putting it on this old grill, Pappy bought me a new grill by X-Brite.
Well, let's unbox it.
We shall. Let's take that out. Take all the foam out.
They pack it really well.
They do, so it doesn't break. Then
Let's see what it looks like.
we shall.
Monster kill.
Oh my gosh, it's an angry shark, bro.